congratulations on the third film. Looking back on the franchise, what has it been like kind of growing alongside Lee?
It's been an amazing experience growing alongside Lee through, 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is the fifth year that the Kissing Booth has been like happening since like filming. Oh, it started before filming, but since I jumped in, it's been 5 years now. It has been a huge growing experience. Some firsts for me. And a lot of firsts for Lee. He's grown a lot. He's gone through a lot of like growing pains. Maybe not gracefully, but he has fought his way through, as like all people do. It's not always pretty, but life moves forward, and so do we. And I've just had the greatest time being a part of this franchise, playing Lee. Being friends with Joey and Elle on and off camera. It's just been a wild and irreplaceable ride. Having a huge fan explosion. Just so much support and love. My life has changed a lot since the Kissing Booth. I got married. I've moved. Life is unexpected, and I think that it's a roller coaster, and Lee finds that out.
The character has grown exponentially. He's gone from being, I guess, like 18 to 19 or 20, and you even see a little bit further on in the film. But I think it's just like you watch a young man grow up, in those films, and I think that was such a pleasure to play while I was growing up, at the same time. So they were kind of symbiotic in that way, our experiences somewhat.
Boy, it's been amazing. I've spent such wonderful years with Elle. Every film that I've gotten to do, all three of these films, they've come with such new experiences for me. I've played Elle each time at a different age, which is so funny. But each new chapter of my life, I was always just so thrilled to be back with a character that I know and that I love, and who was also experiencing a lot of change with me.
We really see Joey King's character Elle struggling between making this huge life decision. If you could advise her in real life between following what part of her heart, what would you say? You
have to do what your heart wants to do, right? Because if you I think if you deny what you're really feeling and what you want in life, and you put it to the side, you're going to end up very miserable down the track. You know what I mean? I think you have to absolutely fulfill the things that you need, and which is hard to do when there's so many different things pulling you in different directions.
I would be the worst person to ask. I'd get really anxious for her, which would only make her more anxious. I'd be like, oh my God, Berkeley, that's an amazing school, and you get to go with Lee, and he's your best friend. But Harvard, that's such a good school. How can you not go to Harvard? But at the same time, how can you go to Harvard? Like, I would be the friend that she'd be like, I'm so sad that I called you. You stressed me out.
If Joey King was my friend, I would recommend that she would have to just be true to herself. That she would have to follow her gut. I think that's kind of one thing that is too often forgotten. Just the pace of life nowadays, your gut really can lead you. It can lead you astray, but it can also it can get you through some of those like gut reaction instincts, it's like, I'm really leaning one way, but like a lot of information is telling me something else. You just got to weigh it.
I saw online that you're also re-teaming up with Molly Ringwald for another project. Can you tell me what it's like working with her across 3 films too?
Molly is the best. So she has been just one of the most honestly exciting people to be on set with, because she's like the queen of rom-coms from back in the day. And having her on set, it kind of felt like a generational passing of the baton from Molly to Joey a little bit. It was such a fun experience, and just hearing her like stories, hearing her talk, hearing her wisdom, like her thoughts, her thought process, her work process, acting. It was just like so surreal. And then by the end, like being friends and like being comfortable in conversation, not really like idolizing her like I did in the first movie. I was like, oh my gosh, like Molly's on set. But for the second and third movies, being like, Molly's on set, like we can have a conversation, we can talk, respect each other and like connect a little bit. So yeah, it was just wonderful having Molly on set.
I just spoke with Joel and he said that you guys are such great friends in real life. Can you share can you share any fun behind the scenes moments just on set in general?
Oh God, he's just the best. I mean, it's kind of impossible to pick a behind the scenes funny moment with Joel because like every day was just so ridiculous. Here's a sweet behind the scenes moment. He's so nice. If I had to really work really early and he had a later call time, he'd always bring me a smoothie to work. And I think that's so nice.
Yeah, the whole thing was like summer camp or a game. We did so many activities, you know, we rode motorbikes and old cars and drove old cars and did go-karts and you know, it was the whole thing was just like, you know, it's not really like you're at work, is it? It's
yeah,
it's as joyful as the movies look to watch. It was that much fun making them.